I'm going to say something, maybe a lot of people have been saying it, but is it wrong that I'm ever so slightly sympathetic to the character of Tom? Right?
Really?
Is that allowed? I want to say something, right? Now, I'm a Brit, and I'd say sorry to a chair if I walked into it. But
Right.
couldn't Rachel have just said a little sorry?
What do you want?
I need you to learn what a bad day really is. I need you to learn how to say you're sorry.
I really don't. I'm not sure it would have changed anything. You know, I think he's pretty much on a quest, and it's funny that you call him by name, but it was always my assumption that the name that he gives at the diner is a made-up name. It's not a real name.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, no, you're just being, you know,
English.
provocative, aren't you, Alec? You're just being provocative. No, I don't think I've got any sympathy for him at all. You know, I find him a repugnant character. But the problem is, as much as I wanted to dismiss it when I read it, there was a little voice in my head saying, "This stuff's true, mate. This stuff is going on." And so,
I mean, obviously,
you know,
I'm being incredibly facetious, but
Andy?
I'm sitting here,
Whose phone is...
right across from your friend.
He's not a friend, okay?
This is where your first lesson begins.
I mean, by the way, if I ever see you in a diner ever again, like after watching Nice Guys for the millionth time, something's about to happen, and I'm getting out of that diner.
Right, about a year ago.
Yes.
I was at a diner in Hollywood. This asshole with a shotgun started threatening people.
I love it. It's the best story I've ever heard.
No offense.
did you
just
see
going to be on the safe side.
Nice Guys slid up to the 13th most watched movie just like a day ago?
Brilliant.
What happened? What was on everybody's mind collectively in the globe? They thought, yeah, got to see Gosling and Crowe act like fuckwits again. Got to see that one.
I need to see Ryan Gosling have his arm broken. I need it.
Oh,
With his pants down in a toilet. I need that right now.
Come on, he's so funny.
Ever since your little visit the other day, this little baby's gonna stay right here.
And the great thing is that movie has its own, you know, flow, and it has spread out, and everybody's seen it really that I talked to. Eventually they got to see it. They didn't see it on the first weekend like traditionally, as you want people to do it, so it actually can be called a success. But the memory of working with him, man, and when I saw that it was the 13th film the other day, I just ended up watching a couple of bits, including the toilet scene, including when Sid Shattuck's body is over his left shoulder and he's got a cigarette in his mouth and he's trying to call out for my attention. And it's just pure Abbott and Costello. It's so magical, It's hard to think of a finer comedic actor right at the moment in terms of the rhythms and stuff that he was doing.
His SNL stuff, unbelievable.
Yeah.
If like Netflix or Amazon Prime or whoever turned around and said, Russell, Ryan, would you be up for a TV show sequel? How would you feel about that?
Does it have to be a TV show?
Oh no, if it's a regular sequel, I'm also up for it.
Yeah. See, now look, I'll say this, I'll just make a suggestion to you, right? We can all see your face now. We can see your reaction without, you having time to think about it, because there was a suggested title at one point, So with all that you know of those two characters, this is just a yes or no answer, right? If you heard that this movie was coming out, would you go to see it? Yes or no? Okay. So, Ali, the movie is called The Nice Guys, Mexican Detectives. See? Yes, we should. We should be doing that, right?
Look at this. I'm sorry you look Filipino.
I do. Oh, look. Mexican.
Can you imagine what he could possibly get up to, Gosling's character?
His moustache is going to be out of control. That I know. It's going to be a real fruity number. I can feel it. Now I want that, Russell. Thank you so much.
Right. Well, let's pass it round so we get it.
All right, we'll spread the good word. What would you say in your back catalogue is that hidden gem of a movie that not enough people have seen and you'd really like to recommend?
Well, not to be a dick, but I've got a few.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's why I asked, man.
Way back, there's a little independent Australian film called Proof.
You've been blind all your life.
I know.
What were you doing driving a car?
I forgot.
It's directed by Jocelyn Moorhouse. It stars Hugo Weaving, who achieved some fame with the Lord of the Rings and the Matrix series. And he plays a blind photographer. And I play a dishwasher. And it's a little allegorical tale about trust.
Okay.
So that's a nice movie with some really surprising moments. Funny moments that you don't expect because it's quite bleak and then suddenly it's funny, you know?
Okay. That is the best answer I've had to that question, so thank you very much, sincerely. I mean, this feels a little bit more facetious because it's been a while since anybody shouted anything at you in the street, but what lines do you get in the street? Like, do people shout out lines at you still?
Yep.
Every day, it looks like.
I get a lot of football-related shout-outs because I have a controlling interest in a rugby league team called the South Sydney Rabbitohs. Australians, if they see me anywhere in the world, will feel it's totally fine to just scream out on the bunnies or something like that, you know. But I do get, obviously, Gladiator references.
Mm-hmm.
Surprisingly, I get Master and Commander references that usually, if I'm in some area that has a connection to the ocean and a lot of boats, I'll get a lot of knuckles to the forehead and captains, you know, which is nice.
Excellent. Excellent.
Yeah, Gladiator really is the main reference thing, and everybody thinks they're the wittiest person in the world if they say to me, "Are you not entertained?"
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
And you're like, very good. After talking about the nice guys, did you get to keep the knuckle duster? Because I'm hoping of all the mementos you've kept in your home, that would be the one you've still got.
You know what? I'm pretty sure I didn't take anything off that set.
Even with those shirts and the leather jacket that creaked?
And I've thought about that a few times. I think in my heart, I was absolutely confident and sure we'd be getting the phone call and doing this again because it was too good.
The Mexican detectives.
It's just, yeah, right. The Mexican detective or Mexican detectives. It was too good an energy, you know. And that's the vibe you get from people when they do get around to seeing it. They're like, that was so much fun, you know. But we shall see. Everybody involved is still alive, so that's good so far.
Normally helps. But there's definitely nothing that has actually stayed at home. I know John Oliver bought a few things, but is there any actual mementos still in your house?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure. You know, I've got, I'm a massive collector, man. You know, I'm a serious art collector and I have quite a few avenues in that regard. So the stuff that I work on, it's natural for me to have a collection of that. And I did sell a whole bunch of stuff, but I got a shitload more. You know, I've got full costumes of a lot of characters, like, you know, full costumes from Les Mis and Gladiator and Aubrey's #1 uniform, like his blues with his medal of the Battle of the Nile. But I have a vast collection. This is going to make you laugh. I have a vast collection of coronation teacups. You didn't know, did you? You just did not know.
All the things I expected you to say.
I just love the Union Jack, and I love it because I think it's the finest piece of graphic art. It really is.
You're not wrong.
it's gorgeous. So, and I love it when it moves. So, it's also on the New Zealand flag and the Australian flag as well.
Of course,
so, I've grown up with it all my life. So I have, much to everybody's surprise, and yes, a collection of Coronation teacups, and I collect them because they were designed and made to be used. And my collection goes all the way back, Ali, my dear boy, to William IV.
Of course it does. Of course it does. I'm certain I have to let you go, but when I next see you in London, wherever it is, I will bring you a Coronation teacup, and hopefully it will be worthy of your collection. It won't be, but thank you for sharing that with me.
Good on you, man.
I loved it.
Cool.
Cheers, dude.
Great, man. Have fun. See you soon.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon to keep up to date. You can listen to my Radio 1 movies and TV podcast, Screen Time, on BBC Sounds. And you can find these interviews in full on BBC iPlayer by searching Movies with Ali Plumb.